My name is Bethany Lacterine. I'm the Executive Director at Little Theatre Auditorium here in New London, Minnesota. Little Theatre Auditorium serves as a gathering space for our town of about 1,300 people. A lot of the vision and mission we see for the theater is acting as a third space, as a hub for artists and musicians and performers to come together and experiment, try new things, to try out works in progress, and for the community to witness what that is, and in general create a kind of shared collection of memories that will continue to bring us together. This building was built in 1921, so we know that it's 100 years old. I recently learned throughout this that the HVAC system we have is at least 25 years old. So we kind of knew that eventually something might happen. We were just starting to make plans for our very first gala fundraiser, but quickly pivoted to specifically, this is what we need. We need money to help us replace this system. And in the meantime, we repaired it. We've repaired it 3 times now. Each time is a couple $1,000s just to get it working at maybe half capacity. When the DOE grant program called, and I'm going to read it, Building Upgrades Inspire Local Transformation, or BUILT. This grant program was brought to my attention. It looked like a good fit. On December 19th, when we received that email from the DOE that said, guess what, you are a selectee, you will be awarded this funding. I can't begin to express how much gratitude and how much relief we were all feeling. Without that enormous expense of heating the building, we could actually focus on our mission again instead of focusing on survival.
My name is Ryan Moody. I'm an energy engineer with the Interchange program. And the goal of our program is to work with nonprofits to lower their energy use, their energy burden, all with the goal that, a lower energy burden on nonprofits will allow them to divert more money to their mission. When Interchange came out to the Little Theater, we worked a lot with Bethany and Eric to hear about how they've been having issues with their rooftop unit. It's getting to end of life, so they've been having some mechanical failures. And, with mechanical failures for nonprofits, a lot of times you have to get spare parts and kind of limp this piece of equipment along where you're spending money every year that you don't want to spend. But it's, less expensive than replacing the whole system. The opportunity to get this grant with the DOE was a huge opportunity for the Little Theater because, one, they could stop having to spend money every year to keep the system up and running. On top of that, you're saving money in the summer and the winter for the theater. This new HVAC system that would have modeled at least 15% energy savings. And this can really start setting up nonprofit in the long term when they're able to divert those funds instead of just to an overhead energy cost. They can now divert these funds to their mission.
An email from TechWorks came into my inbox and it thanked us for our patience. It said they've been actively collaborating with DOE to ensure that these opportunities, while we don't have an update on the BUILT program, that they are engaged in discussions with the DOE on the opportunity and would contact us when they knew more. And that was March, and it is now June, and we have heard nothing. If we aren't able to get funding to replace the HVAC system, come October, November, December, we're going to be looking at less activities. It means me, as the executive director, devoting more and more time to fundraising and finding solutions to that problem rather than what I really need to be doing, which is developing those programs to continue our outreach into the community.
Seeing a lot of energy efficiency programs start to come under attack with the new administration, which is very scary. This was a $2 million grant that allowed nonprofits over the nation that, I'd say most people would agree upon that are doing good things in their communities, food banks, YMCA, Boys and Girls Clubs, after-school programs, religious organizations, and I think most people would agree that these nonprofits are doing great things for their communities, and we want to make sure that we can support them.
The artist ecosystem in town will suffer because this is a place where they perform, where they get their work out, where they can try different work and different ideas. Audiences will not be able to come here as often. And in general, I think the strength of the community, like when we don't see each other for a month, for 2 months, it does start to fall apart a little bit.